Alright, supposedly, I'm supposed to be helping my friend getting of our prime. Let's see. I didn't see him put that. No, he said it has a rare part already, and I want to make sure that there's not two rare parts. Chassis. Okay, that's it. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, before we go into further down now, before we go and do some missions, I want to show some stuff real quick. Now, this is not show off, but I just want to show this because some of my friends are questioning me about a build on two Mind Ikanas and why they are particularly like having two mods. Alright, this one, the Skajati. Prime Reach and Healing Return, and then the Nikana Prime, which I was just gonna just. Now, the reason why I have Prime Reach and pretty much Healing Return on both weapons and some other weapons is because there's some combos that pretty much I use that allows me to pretty much kill groups of enemies around me quickly. Combos are being Decisive Judgment with the Katana stance, or with the Grand Prime and stuff. Forgot what stance that was. I could check, but right now, any other thing. Another thing, Berserker. Now, I don't awfully like do Berserker much on like weapons, and like now, putting them on. I just put Berserker on weapons just to have the fun. Also, I thought this was a shattering impact for a second. I was like, what the world? But no. But yeah, pretty much there goes that. Also, another update. Now, I'm gonna be giving away freaking augment mods and stuff. So, if you want an augment mod from me, like Mirages, augment mods, or whatnot, then you don't have to pretty much, freaking. You don't need to pretty much save up plat and buy these from me. They're pretty much for free. There's no requirements. It's just, well, actually, there's one requirement. It don't have to do with anything in my channel. Rather than, if you want the augment mod, you gotta give me a sculpture than something else, or pretty much a sculpture. Why sculpture? Because I'm actually in need of endo, not to level up my mods, pretty much, but my friend mods. So they're gonna be gone for a bit, and idiots gave me their mods. So I'm gonna show you which one they gave me. So I bought this from Barracuteer, and I also bought this from Barracuteer and stuff. Now, reason why I said I brought these from Barracuteer, I just mentioning these because these are the mods that these guys wanted, and pretty much I had to buy these for them. So basically my mods, but is theirs. But let me show you what mods they gave me so that I can pretty much max it out for them. One is for Warframe. Actually, no. Now I didn't get the mod, like all of them yet, but pretty much I got a lot of something. I got a lot of something. Like can't really remember what it was, but pretty much they just spend like most of their plat, most of the retarded stuff. I mean not plat, but credits and stuff. Power Drift was one of them. Like that's how much credits they spent. Pretty much to give you a rundown of how everything happened. Pretty much. Let me full on give y'all a rundown. So if y'all know about, well, everybody knows about the transmute thing and how the freaking modding section, you can pretty much upgrade mods and pretty much transmute and fuse 4 mods into one to get a better mod. Pretty much what happened was these idiots decide to not only do that, but pretty much some of these guys are low MR, so they need a lot of master rank points. So when they heard that you gotta level up your weapons, they went on a spree and started buying blueprints and built a lot of the blueprints. Then they, here's one crazy thing they did. Every time Barrel Katero come out, they would literally spend like thousands and millions of credits. I took it to the index. Now they hate the index so much. They hate the index so much. Why? Because they can barely even kill the enemies. So I have to kill them all for them. And the worst part about it is the fact that it's not about how I had to kill them all. It's the fact that the amount of credits that they have right now is so stupid for me. And and for people who haven't realized yet, my credits be staying at like 6 million. Like they be staying at 6 million, no matter what. Even if I go to 700,000, I mean 7 million, it goes back down to 6 million. It would not go down to 5 million unless I like spend on a lot of stuff or go to Barrel and get some of the mods from him. But other than that, like pretty much, I'm not trying to keep it at 6 million. Well, not, I'm just like buying and doing a lot of stuff, which is why. So, yeah. Now, I forgot who I was going to play for this Farmer Avara. Now, oh, he said he only had the rare part, so I guess you could get the blueprint and neuroptics, I believe. No, blueprint systems. Yeah, that's it. Well, actually, no, I want to play my Octavia now because of the thing I gotten. Then pretty much just get another one. I'm gonna switch this. Huh? No. Switch this to main. There we go. And pretty much get the argument. Here now. Sacrifice. Just realize that I don't have any other freaking thing. I'm gonna have to lower my range. It doesn't really matter though, cause conductor pretty much just forced it to go and attack the enemies. All right. I think I shouldn't even max it out in the first place. I think all it does is just pretty much allows you to. Oh, so I believe that you get to hip fire most of the time. Now there is a story time I do want to talk about. That happened on Rec Room, obviously. Yes, I'm a troublemaker in Rec Room somehow. But let me talk about how I went to this one match and I ran into the most toxic duo I've ever seen. Like, I have never. Okay, now, yes, I ran into like pretty much toxic people before. Like, they would be toxic. I wouldn't even care. I would laugh at them. Pretty much make them even more mad. Then just make them even more mad. Just keep it going. But these guys are a whole nother level. I'm talking, they would get angry and angry, like they'll get angrier and angrier and angrier. And I swear, I felt bad at first, but then they just have to say it. I sweat my hand, well, my butt off really hard on Rec Room. And do I? No, I don't. If I really wanted to sweat for real on Rec Room, I can go try hard and whatnot, but now how does this work?
Fallen enemies will drop crucial life support. Be on the lookout. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
I don't even know how this. I don't even know how this works. Hold on.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
Hold on. Abilities. Speed multiplier. Yeah. Hold on. So
I've delivered a life support capsule.
you supposed to like look
Activating it
or
will
like
buy you
supposed to
more
waypoint
time.
it. Oh. Okay. Okay. So that's how it works. So pretty much, it's not your aim or like your cursor. Well, pretty much it's like, so you see how my cursor is, right? Like my freaking aim marker, right? Pretty much, you press square, it will go directly to your aim point.
Get ready for the capsule.
right there. So I can now have it as a century chart. Nice. So it means I can have it right here, and then just boom. And pretty much it'll just stay there. Nice.
Additional life support has arrived.
Alright, but let me talk about these people. So, now, before I even went to paintball, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pay my moral respects to, what you call it? Freaking, to this one YouTuber that pretty much passed, like years ago. But pretty much, there was this one dude on Rec Room who really liked the YouTuber, so pretty much he made a game using the YouTuber's like favorite tools and stuff inside, and I pretty much just went in there, start having fun, and then afterwards met some cool people. Then I pretty much just left it. So after I left it, I went to paintball. Now here's when this story starts. So I'll go into paintball, alright, and I am clean. Like, I'm not doing anything dirty. I'm making sure that the things I do is, it's not really, it's not really freaking violation. So I'm making sure I am playing it safe, and I'm making sure that, I'm not trolling anybody or whatnot. So I meet this random duo, and at first it was on my team. Now as they was on my team, they was trash talking me and the other teammate, and then started trash talking the other team. So at the end of the match, the freaking kid, well, this goddamn kid was like, "Oh wow, this dude Pistol Bandit got way more hits than us. How cute!" And I was like, okay.
Extraction is available.
So I didn't even care what he said at first. Now, it's just when they got on the other team, that's when it really started to happen. But when I started realizing that, these are some actual toxic people. Because the other guy didn't even say the word yet. Like, he haven't said anything yet. And I'm like, alright. Like, what the hell? So, I'm sitting here looking at TikTok as I'm playing the game. And then something something in my ear caught my interest, I was like, huh? So I turned up the headsets a little bit, and then I hear Pistol Bandit is like a sweaty fucking kid that don't have a life. Now at first this made me laugh, but then he said I sweat my ass off. And that's when I just dropped my headset, and I'm like, I sweat hard, don't I? So be it. So pretty much, I put my headsets back on. I turned my whole entire game volume up to max, and then pretty much didn't talk and just started playing like a sweat. And I destroyed the two badly. These guys had over 20 damn outs. 20 outs, and me coming out with a 50. I dropped a 50. So, overall, these kids wasn't trash talking much. And I was like, wow, alright, what you gonna say? So, I was just waiting for it. And as soon as I was like, they learned their lesson, they started trash talking, and then that's when the other guy started talking. Now, I don't know how old he was, but he sounded like he was 20. So pretty much, this dude was just like saying, "Oh, Pistol Bandit is a bitch. Oh, Pistol Bandit don't do this, don't do that." Like, he pretty much like saying that I was camping the whole time. Now, I have proof of me not even camping, not once throughout the whole entire game. Like, I wasn't even camping. When I sweat on Rec Room, I do not camp whatsoever. Even if I am sweating and I'm like in one spot, I make sure that I don't camp inside a building or so. I make sure it's outside in the open where I can find people and just hit them. I won't go into anybody's spawns because that's just unfair. So, pretty much, I'm sitting here, you know, freaking like listening to them trash talk me and whatnot. And then it got to the point where they're like, a hacker and all that. So this triggers me, and I go in the game chat, and I'm like, look, if you saying that I'm a hacker, then obviously you're butthurt about a loss. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, hacking on console is literally impossible. If you can hack on console, then you can hack the federal government. Like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, what? No, I didn't even mean to say that. What I meant to say was you can hack the president and stuff. Or, the government too. But I didn't really say the federal government because, shit, I don't even know what the fuck is the federal government, to be honest. But no, I'm just kidding. But still, I didn't mean to say it, but it was whatever. So, they start to freaking, like, laugh at me about how bad I am and stuff. So I was like, so you're gonna laugh at me at how bad I am, but yet I dropped a 50 on y'all. And pretty much, most of my hits was towards them. If I saw anybody else that wasn't even going after me, I would not hit them. I would literally just, let them by. But if I saw any of the two that was trash talking me and said I was a sweat, oh boy, did not know that I had a treat for them. These darn paintball guns don't play. So I pretty much went to town on these two, and then it gotten so badly that they got a third party member. Like, they just kicked somebody out. Like, they got in like a lobby to kick somebody out for a dumb reason, and then they invited a third guy. Now the third guy was a little bit like suspicious of why he joined in the first place, because he pretty much told everybody that he just got a random invite from his friends. That was the two that was trash talking. So he was like, "What's up?" And they're like, pistol betting and stuff, and freaking trash talking, and we want to smack this kid. So I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I hate trash talkers." So I was like, "Wait, hold on." So first off, you're gonna say that I'm trash talking, even though that you're the ones that started it. First off, when I was on your team, you called me a noob and pretty much basically said that the other teammate of ours was not even fucking on their level and shit, and how oh well, what you call it, freaking Corey's Kenshin is better than them. You don't even know what Rec Room is. I'm like, what? Like, that confused me. I don't even know why you said that. But pretty much, I was like, oh yeah, and let's not forget the one thing he said though about when I was on the other team, destroying them. Pretty much, I told his friend that they called me a sweat boy, and I sweat myself. So pretty much, I showed them what me sweating is, and they ain't like it one bit. So his friend obviously started laughing. I was like, alright, since you think you could sweat, how about you just 1v1 me? I was like, sure. So I 1v1 this guy in team battle, and this dude lost horribly. Captured the flag, he lost horribly. I was like, I was trying so hard not to laugh at him and stuff, because I wanted to be, respectful and stuff. So I'm like, GG, like, good game. He's like, bro, nah, let's go for round 2. So I was like, okay. We go for round 2. Now he started sweating, a lot, but still wouldn't even beat me. Like, it was to the point that I didn't even have to sweat. He had to sweat himself. I didn't even have to sweat my damn self. Like, I pretty much just sat there playing like a noob and still was beating him. And he called me a sweat. And it was confusing me so much because I pretty much did not sweat on him. So this dude gonna throw a hissy fit at me when I was beating him and stuff. So they all, went against me and stuff. They even invited like a fourth person to make sure that they'll win in a team battle. And pretty much all of them was clapped. And it was to the point that I got aggravated and I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gone. See y'all later. Y'all are pretty much so damn subtle to fucking handle with. And if you know what subtle means, then you get my point. Like,
Life support
they
active.
was so hard to understand and come along with. Like, you can't understand a single thing about these guys. I'm not trying to say I want to or so, but at least like I want to understand one thing about them. Don't think I can understand about these guys is that they're freaking salty people and will do anything in their power to win. But who knows on them? Also, also let me talk about the Warframe for a minute. So
I've delivered a life
y'all,
support capsule.
so pretty much y'all know about the Heart of Deimos, right? Coming out. And Phobos is getting a new look, pretty much. The Fested Planet. Now, I'm not gonna say, what's gonna be inside the Heart of Deimos for those who haven't really seen it yet. Now, now, for what I was told about it, it sounds pretty darn cool. But for a minute, let's just sit here and talk about the dumb things that DE could have done way early. Talking a long time back. Okay, so this made me angry about DE. So when I heard about the Heart of Deimos coming out, I was like, oh nice, a newer update again, like already.
Request has been sent over.
Jeez.
Finish your maintenance
No,
requirements.
I was not expecting this, but I was like, alright. So, I'm thinking, you know, this is about to be a cool freaking thing. Like, this is about to be the coolest thing probably yet. So, I'm sitting here thinking all of that, all the possibilities that could
Another
go
life
down,
support capsule
and
arrived.
then things start
Life
clapping
support
back
successful.
at me. I'm thinking, like so much things to clap it back at me. It's to the point that I realized one thing. This makes no sense. So if y'all remember, um, if y'all remember, like the pledge or whatnot, pretty much that was like that was like the like the infested free roam where you had to worry about all the things infested coming after you across the map or so. Pretty darn annoying, right? Now I was like, wait, hold on. So you're telling me they could have added in an event and see this where it was kind of like the Heart of Deimos and whatnot, or pretty much they could have like helped in with like, let's say, oh yeah, certain like sound sleepy and stuff. I might actually delete this video because freaking. Dude, I am about to overheat, that's why. Jesus Christ. I gotta go back downstairs for a bit. I'm overheating.